I'm not gonna say Diddy is straight. You hear me? I'm not gonna say that. I know what a straight man is, and I wouldn't 100% say Diddy is straight. I don't think nothing wrong with being gay as long as you're proud of being who you are.
Chopper, a former member of Diddy's group Da Band, finally breaks his silence about Diddy's recent arrest, and his words are sharp, calling it karma. Chopper openly talked about the accusations against Diddy. Having faced his own struggles in the music world, Chopper seems to feel that the situation is a kind of payback for his former mentor. With the serious claims against Diddy making headlines everywhere, Chopper's strong comments bring even more attention to the case. What does he mean by karma, and why is he speaking up now? Stick around as we break it all down. Chopper speaks up on Diddy's lawsuit and arrest. When asked about the charges against Sean Diddy Combs, Chopper, a well-known figure in the music world, shared his thoughts on the situation. He first explained an important point about the law, saying that trafficking doesn't always mean kidnapping. According to Chopper, if someone is brought from one state to another for the purpose of and something goes wrong, it could be considered trafficking. He admitted he didn't know this before and thought it was important for others to understand this too. Chopper addressed the claims against Diddy, calling the scenario a double-edged sword. He said that Diddy has treated some artists poorly, which many people thought was unfair. Chopper, however, thought Diddy had no malicious intent. He clarified that a person may begin to view others as objects rather than as actual individuals if they lead a strong lifestyle for an extended period of time. Chopper also pointed out that the timing of the charges was interesting, especially after Diddy's success with Ciroc and DeLeon. It seemed strange how everything fell apart for Diddy after that. Despite the accusations, Chopper said he didn't think Diddy was a trafficker. He thought Diddy was innocent of the accusations, but described him as a touch of out there or eccentric. Chopper emphasized that although Diddy could have made some mistakes, he didn't believe he was a bad person. He stated that Diddy was paying the consequences of his past actions, specifically how he treated others in the music industry. Chopper mentioned that people's deeds eventually catch up with them and claimed Diddy was most likely now dealing with the karma from how he treated people. Chopper also talked about the artists who had worked with Diddy, like Craig Mack, Danity Kane Shine, and Black Rob. He claimed that after Diddy had exploited them for years, the universe was now bringing everything into balance. Chopper made it clear that he wasn't defending Diddy, especially since he felt Diddy hadn't always treated him right. But he stressed that right and wrong should be treated the same for everyone, and he found it troubling that black people often turn on each other more than others do. He pointed out that while many criticize white people for their wrongdoings, they often go even harder on another black man in the same position, which he thought wasn't fair. Chopper acknowledged that Diddy did hurt Cassie, but he questioned whether all the other accusations were really as bad as they seemed. The problem might be part of something larger, and there might be more to the narrative than most people know. Diddy thought the big dogs in the industry might be to blame for his troubles, since it seemed like they had decided it was time to bring him down. Chopper made a suggestion that Diddy might have disregarded those who assisted him in becoming successful, and that he was now paying for it. Chopper said that he understood Diddy's pressure when he was struggling, drawing a parallel between the situation in his own life. Even while Chopper believed Diddy would eventually overcome it, he still believed that with the way things were going, Diddy would probably be charged. Chopper wrapped it up by saying he didn't want to get into details about the business side of the industry, explaining that some things are meant to stay private. He said he wouldn't speak on things that weren't his business and didn't want to spread information that wasn't his to share. Chopper talked about the problems Diddy had with his drink brands, Ciroc and DeLeon. Some say these problems might be part of Diddy's lawsuit. While this hasn't been confirmed, that the issues he had with them were big. What went wrong between Diddy and the drink brands? Let's find out. The feud between Sean Diddy Combs and Diageo. Sean Diddy Combs, a well-known businessman and music icon, sued a British beverage company that co-owns his liquor brands. He claims the company, Diageo, has hurt the sales of his Ciroc and DeLeon brands for nearly 10 years by not giving them enough resources and focusing on other brands like Don Julio and Casamigos. Diddy's company, Combs Wines and Spirits LLC, says in the lawsuit that Diageo treated his DeLeon tequila and Ciroc vodka as black brands meant only for urban consumers. The lawsuit, filed in New York Supreme Court, claims Diageo did not treat its black business partners equally and broke promises to invest in its products. Diddy wants the court to make Diageo give his brands the same support they give others, and is also planning to sue for billions of dollars in damages. The complaint says Diageo, a huge spirits company, pretends to support diversity to look good publicly but does not follow through. The lawsuit also accuses Diageo of making fewer bottles of De Leon, selling them in fewer places, limiting advertising to certain communities, and leaving De Leon out of general promotions where other brands are included. Diddy also says that in 2007, Diageo asked for his help to save their struggling Ciroc vodka brand. According to him, he used his fame and influence to make the brand successful, but Diageo did not give the promised support. He claims racial bias harmed their business relationship and says he tried for years to fix the problems through discussions, but Diageo ignored him. After trying to work things out in 2021 and failing, Diddy decided to take legal action. The lawsuit says Combs Wines is demanding that Diageo finally treat his brands fairly. It asks the court to make Diageo keep his promises and give his tequila and vodka brands the same level of support as its other popular products. The filing ends by saying it's time for Diageo to act in line with its claims of fairness and equality. Sean Diddy Combs and Diageo have apparently settled their differences, ending a long and complicated legal fight. The two sides shared a short statement saying that they have cut their business ties, and Mr. Combs has taken back all his claims against Diageo and will drop his lawsuits permanently, the statement says. There is no ongoing business connection between Diageo and Mr. Combs, especially with Ciroc vodka or De Leon tequila, which Diageo now fully owns. It looks like Chopper has shared something about Diddy that may not be good for him. What did he say? Keep watching to find out. Chopper admits that Sean Diddy Combs might be bisexual. Chopper was questioned about the allegations that Sean Diddy Combs may have had with males. In a recent interview, Chopper claimed that because he wasn't really sure what being straight actually meant, he couldn't say for sure if Diddy is straight. He added that there's nothing wrong with being gay as long as someone is open and honest about it. Chopper also suggested that Diddy has probably kept some things private, and he believed the accusations against him might have some truth. Chopper continued by stating that he believes Diddy might be bisexual based on his knowledge. He clarified that he came to this conclusion because of Diddy's actions. Additionally, Chopper hinted that Diddy may have previously flirted with. Chopper didn't provide any explicit answers when asked if Diddy has ever dated, but he did say that based on what he's heard, it looks plausible. He gave everyone the freedom to choose their own beliefs. As the interview progressed, Chopper was questioned about why he believes that Sean Diddy Combs might be bisexual. Chopper related a story about his time in the studio. He clarified that although he doesn't typically consume marijuana, on one occasion he did, and upon entering the studio, he noticed something that unnerved him. He didn't go into all the details, but he said he saw two powerful men acting in a way that felt odd to him. Chopper described it as uncomfortable to my eyes and made it clear that he wasn't claiming to know everything, but it was something he wasn't used to seeing. Chopper also made sure to say that he doesn't think being gay is a bad thing, and everyone has the right to live how they want. But based on what he saw, he believed Diddy could be involved with men. He went on to say that there is nothing wrong with someone being themselves as long as they are at ease with it. When questioned how he responded, Chopper replied that after witnessing what he did, he promptly slammed the door. He added that Chopper was able to film his Little Daddy music video and its remix with Lil Wayne and Jawd Breeze because Diddy treated him better following the event. In the interview, Chopper said that Sean Diddy Combs didn't treat him well, which leads to the question, what happened between Chopper and Diddy? Let's find out. The feud between Chopper and Sean Diddy Combs. In a recent interview, Chopper talked about claims that Sean Diddy Combs made $30 million from Day-Ban while giving its members very little. He said it was frustrating to know that while Diddy earned so much, the group barely got enough to live on. He said that the group felt like an experiment for MTV and Diddy, with little real regard for their financial well-being. Chopper talked candidly about his difficult life prior to joining Da Band, stating that he had faced many challenges. Although the chance to work with Bad Boy Records transformed his life, he was disappointed to learn of the enormous financial disparity. He agreed with the earlier reports about Diddy's handling of the group's finances, saying they were true. Even with his complaints, Chopper explained why he stayed with Bad Boy Records. After Da Band ended, he claimed that someone helped him through that period and that their relationship provided him motivation to stay. He added that another factor contributing to his commitment was his Haitian heritage. Chopper claimed that rather than depending on other people, he now prioritizes independence in creating his own success. He also criticized the system for making it harder for people to get ahead by limiting opportunities. While he didn't let Diddy off the hook, Chopper said he is more focused on the lessons he learned and moving forward with his life. According to Chopper, he found out that Sean Diddy Combs made $30 million from Day-Ban through information shared by his lawyer Jeff Gandel. Chopper explained that after the group broke up, they had to sign forms. These forms let him see financial records from Bad Boy Entertainment and Viacom, which owns MTV. The records showed that Bad Boy earned $30 million from the show Making the Band. Chopper shared that the group brought in $250,000 for each performance, but each member was only paid $5,000. This made him feel cheated, especially since the group was very successful. He felt that they deserved a lot more for all the money they helped generate. Even though he was upset, Chopper said the situation was not all bad. He didn't want to completely criticize Diddy and showed some understanding for what Diddy might be going through now. Chopper discussed how difficult it is to be incarcerated and mentioned that he had previously received poor treatment from prison authorities. I hope Diddy is staying strong and relying on his faith to get through tough times, he remarked, describing how such an experience can leave one feeling helpless. Chopper expressed his annoyance with the way things were handled, but he also displayed some compassion. He stated that he is focused on going forward and has learned from the experience. It looks like Chopper made his own way after leaving Da Band. However, there has been a controversy involving Chopper. What could this be? Keep watching to find out. Chopper involved in a sex trafficking case. According to Chopper, a few years ago, he was charged with sex trafficking, but he later clarified that the charges were false and eventually dropped. He explained what led to the charges, starting with a woman who came to visit him. Chopper said that after hanging out with her, she acted in ways that seemed troubling, so he told her to leave and go to a hotel. The next day, Chopper learned that the woman had gone to the police accusing him of trafficking because of his flashy lifestyle, which included expensive cars and big homes. Chopper didn't think much of it at first, but things got worse when a woman later tried to trap him. While he was out partying in Las Vegas, she messaged him saying she was a stripper and wanted to work with him. Chopper didn't know at the time that talking to someone who claimed to be involved in work could lead to legal trouble. This led to Chopper being arrested, with the police accusing him of trafficking, even though nothing illegal had happened. He was taken to Las Vegas to face the charges. Chopper admitted that at the time, he didn't fully understand what was happening and felt confused. He spent money to fight the charges, and in the end, they were dropped. However, the media used a mugshot from a different situation where he had lean and ecstasy on him. Chopper clarified that he didn't use ecstasy and that the media exaggerated things to make him look like he was involved in a bigger crime. Chopper made the decision to leave the limelight, go to New Orleans, and concentrate on his life and profession once everything had settled down. He claimed that the experience made him more aware of the value of supporting his children and improving his own life. Even though Chopper has shared his thoughts on Diddy's situation, it seems there is another new claim or lawsuit against him. What's going on now? Stay tuned for more details. Sean Diddy Combs faces new sexual allegation. Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious new claims in a surprising lawsuit. This one was filed by his reportedly former executive assistant, who says he was forced to set up substance-filled parties and even do humiliating things to prove his loyalty to the music boss. According to reports, a man named Philip Pines filed this 32-page complaint in Los Angeles. It has been examined by a number of publications, including Rolling Stone. He states that from 2019 to 2021, he was employed by Diddy. According to Pines, he was responsible for planning these activities as part of his work. One of his claims is that he had to set up these parties, which reportedly involved lots of abnormal items. Pines says that Diddy told him several times to prepare rooms, including his bedroom or hotel rooms, with things like red lights, ice buckets, alcohol, marijuana, honey packs for male libido, baby oil, Astroglide towels, illegal substances, and sex machines called power bangers. The list also reportedly included a substance for erectile dysfunction called and the morning after pill. Rolling Stone, which reviewed the lawsuit, reports that Pine says he couldn't just leave the supplies outside but had to go into the rooms, meaning he saw what was going on behind closed doors. When asked how Philip Pines' claims about seeing what happened in Diddy's rooms could help his lawsuit, a lawyer said Pines is an important witness. The lawyer explained that Pines said he had to watch what went on during the events and even look at videos of the parties, which he later had to delete from his phone. This, according to the lawyer, makes Pines' case stronger because it shows he wasn't just someone who heard about it, but someone who saw it and handled evidence. The lawyer also said Pines was threatened that he'd never work in the business again if the videos or pictures were found. Lastly, the lawyer mentioned how even something simple like baby oil has become part of the case, showing how serious things have gotten. In response to a question about whether Philip Pines might be a cooperating witness for the government, the attorney explained that based on their experience, it's highly likely that federal investigators have already spoken to Pines, especially given his role as Diddy's executive assistant during the time period mentioned in the lawsuit. The attorney emphasized that federal investigations are typically thorough and leave no stone unturned, particularly in high-profile cases involving celebrities. They noted that it would be surprising if Pines had not been approached by federal investigators early in the process. Given Pines' position and his potential first-hand knowledge, the attorney said Pines would likely be seen as an excellent witness to support the government's case and fit into their overall strategy to confirm their version of events. The lawsuit claims Pines' job didn't end with setting up the rooms. He says he also had to clean them afterward. The cleanup, as described, was just as troubling. Pines says he had to get rid of things like substances, toys, and stains from other fluids on the sheets and furniture. He also says he had to pack away everything used during these wild nights. Pine claims this cleanup was part of an effort to hide what was happening so no one would suspect anything. He also says it included leaving large tips for the housekeeping staff to make sure they wouldn't report anything. Pine says his duties went even further as he had to delete evidence from Diddy's personal devices like phones, laptops, and tablets. What do you think about what Chopper revealed about Sean Diddy? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.